What is up, guys, and welcome back after quite the hiatus to hopefully another video. I am trying something a little different. I am doing this from an iPhone, and so I'm hoping that obviously we can get through this together because this is my first time. But obviously, it's been a minute since I've uploaded any videos, and I've just been out of the hobby for a while and just now coming back into actually collecting, I guess. And I've just recently started. Sorry, I got cards everywhere. I'm just kind of moving around some eBay stuff and all that. Just recently got back into it. As you know, Niall Davis still has a hold on my collecting. I don't collect him much anymore, but we got Niall Davis stuff. I just recently picked these up. Connie Hawkins and Rich Johnson, both from the 70-71 top set. 88s, which translates to a near mint 8 in SGC, which is one of the best people to go for grading if you're going for vintage stuff like this. So really excited to have those. I wanted to kind of just go over some of the stuff that I'm collecting now. I didn't want to go over anything crazy. I kind of wanted to just kick it off with an homage to the past, if I could. The Nile collection was drastically dwindled over time, mostly due to financial reasons, and a lot of people know that I sold a lot of stuff. I have some more than just this elsewhere, but these are just things in my direct possession. This one obviously from Sports Cards 15, I believe. And then this one I never let go of, Rainbow Prism PSA 10. This one's out of 99. I love this card so much, man. This was such a hard card to find. I've never seen another one of these, actually. I found the only one, and it was PSA 10. I don't know why I've never seen another one of these, but I just have never gotten rid of it because I got rid of my chrome red PSA 10 before I got rid of that. I'll show you how much I love that. I got this out of 10. I think this was a gift from a while back. I forget who sent me this because it's been so long, but this was a gift a long time ago. Out of 10, always just kept it very close. I got this out of 40. I used to have 2 of these. I think I moved one of them. This one's always just been really nice. Out of 40 on the back. And I recently just snagged this one up. The out of 10 off eBay. Very cheap. Obviously, Nile doesn't sell anymore. And grabbing this was a big piece. I didn't actually ever own the gold. And that meant I had to go back out and get this, which I used to own this card. Let me see if I can get it a little bit nicer for you guys than a dirty top loader. I used to own this card back in the day, and went on eBay when I started collecting again, saw it was on auction somehow, and I grabbed it. Just spent a little bit, probably too much on it. I know there was one other guy that really wanted it, that collects Nile with me, but you know, it is what it is. I had to have it, and I wanted. I kind of told him at the end of the auction, I was like, look, man, I'm taking this Nile card. You're not going to outbid me on it, so you can either continue to try to outbid me on it, or you can just let me have the card, because it was either going to be I ended up paying a lot for it, or, you know, he just let me have it at the price it was at. So kept one of these rookie inscriptions. I love acetate autos where you can kind of see behind it. Very awesome card. Just held on to that. Some of these are just tiny cards out of 50, kind of mini chrome with the wave. Some of these just aren't really big, but I have more somewhere. I have to find them, but a lot of my Nile stuff is gone. It was sold in a bulk deal probably about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and some of it has found its way onto eBay. And there's a collector of Nile, that the guy that I was saying was going to try to beat me out for that one of one. He has actually quite a bit of my stuff now. I wasn't the one that sold it to him, but he has a lot of stuff. I had this commissioned a long time ago. This is just a one-of-one. I forget exactly who it was that did it. He was a guy on Instagram. Really awesome card, though. Just I feel like not a lot of people are going out and doing sketch cards in Nile, so I just wanted to have it. I have 2 of the base printing plates from the top set. I sold my 2 chrome ones, but I have the whole chrome rainbow besides the printing plates and the superfractor, which I could never find the superfractor. That was a long story behind that on the superfractor, but Never found it, but I've heard there's an interesting story to it. This one I know was a gift from Andrew a long time ago. Always loved this card. I believe it's out of 150 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 150. It's interesting how part of it's stamped and then part of it's not. So out of 21, love this card. I always kept it super close. This one's out of 5. Love Crusades. Crusades is such a nice product. And this one being 2 out of 5. Super nice. Another acetate. Acetate was very hard to find these cards. I've only seen like 1 or 2 others, I think. I think these are super short prints. My cat is messing with the box down here. I apologize. Very nice acetate. Not numbered, but super short print. I know I've barely seen any. Kept one of these. I should have kept the RPA, but I didn't because I'm kind of stupid for that, but, you know, no biggie. Out of 34 status, small. Out of 10, there's just an interesting card with the pigskin. Prime. Prime's design always has some cool stuff. They have some good Prime booklets, but I don't have any. I actually just lost an auction for one. Pretty cheap. 2 out of 10, just a strata parallel, something small. Out of 25. Out of 50. This was my first purchase on the way back into collecting. The top loader's kind of, or the thing that it's in is kind of weird, but I actually used to own this card. 3 times now I've owned this card. I had it once, sold it, got it back, ended up selling it, and I just got it back when I got back into collecting it. It's funny because when I kind of paused collecting Nile, I sold it, and then when I got back into collecting Nile, I bought it, and then when I this last time, I think I sold it in the package deal to a guy. I sold all of my Nile stuff for like over $1,000. Not all of it, but, you know, a good portion of it, and that was a long time ago, and I think this was one of them, and I think he ended up moving it, and it just happened to fall into my lap again, so this one's going to stay. This is one that I'm like, I'm not moving it anymore. It's been around the block. You can see, I think it's got a little something there, but cool nonetheless. Just a nice little patch auto, and a couple of other small things, nothing big. So I don't want to bog this video down. I don't want to make my first video back a 30-minute video or anything. I felt like I did that a lot in the past. I just kind of want to show you guys some of the things that I've been grabbing recently that isn't Nile Davis related and tell you why, and give you guys kind of my rhyme and reason. Maybe if I don't have a rhyme and reason for it, it's just kind of, I have it, it's cool. Maybe you guys can enjoy it, regardless of. Now, the PCs are pretty thin right now. They are not what they used to be, but we're working on it. I've got a lot of things coming in the mail, and I'm really excited to go in the future. So now one thing that I've been working on, and it's kind of my new big PC, my side hobby of collecting. I'm gonna go for investment pieces, and I'm going for some vintage stuff, like you see in the background, these 2 basketball cards. I have a lot coming in, probably like 6 vintage cards that are all graded, I think. Maybe 1 isn't, but they're all graded. A couple of really nice ones, nothing like, no specific names or anything, just some high grade vintage, like late 50s and stuff. I think I have a 1959 PSA 9 coming in, and some other things that'll just look nice in the collection, and just kind of add a little pizzazz to it. But I want to start collecting people from my hometown and my area. I live in East Texas, so it's kind of a big chunk. You know, Texas has a lot of famous ball players coming from it, and obviously in the eastern portion where I live, there are a lot of big names, and not even just in that, baseball as well. I know football mostly, but baseball has some studs, and basketball not so much, but like Larry Johnson, the 90s basketball player, came from East Texas. Quincy Acey, I think, came from East Texas. A couple other guys did, but so some of these names, Brandon Pettigrew, he's from Longview, I believe. Yeah, I'm not going to really name where all these people are from, but these are just 2 cards I found. I watched Phil Hughes' videos on YouTube. Super awesome guy. Just love his, not only does he bust high-end packs, but he's extremely witty, funny. I always like people like that. I found a bunch of these. I brought a ton of boxes home from a long time ago, searched through them, found Patrick Mahomes rookies, or Pat Mahomes rookies. Patrick Mahomes' father, and he's from local, he's local to here, and Patrick Mahomes grew up 5 minutes from where I live, so he's obviously very popular around here. Matt Flynn and Jermichael Finley. I love this card. I overpaid for this card 100%, but I had to have it. Both of these guys are local, and for them to be on the same card was just huge for me. I wanted to get it, and so I snagged it. It's very hard to find out of 50. I didn't see any recently sold. I didn't see any others up. I couldn't find any anywhere else, so I was just like, I don't know how often this card comes up, and so I overpaid a little bit. Delvin James, just another guy from East Texas. This is the first print of this card. That's why I kind of pinpointed it. I loved the card. I thought it was cool. Josh Tomlin. Some people may know him from the Cleveland Indians. This is a minor league card, but he kind of made a name for himself on the Indians. I actually got pitching lessons from Tomlin when I was a kid, and he gave me a bunch of these when he gave me pitching lessons because he knew I was a collector. And I got pitching lessons when I was like 12, maybe 13. I forget exactly how old I was. I was actually younger than that. I was like 10, probably. I was probably like 10 or 11. That's probably what it was. But he gave me a bunch of these, so he's very local to here as well. And so this is the only one I can find right now. I think I have more, but I'd have to look for him. Aaron Ross, local guy. Max McGee scored the first touchdown in Super Bowl history. Fun fact. Tight end, very cool. He's a local guy as well, so just wanted to snag one of these raw. It was very nice condition. Feel like I might send a PSA submission down the road, and it might go there. If I send a BGS submission, I'm going to be sending probably this one, Just Todd. He's a local guy as well. 5 out of 5. Got this for a very good deal, so trying to get one of everyone. Nick Rumbelow only has one card. It's this Topps Total so far. This is a 2019 product, and I got the 1 of 1 for it, so kind of got the best that I could get of this guy because there are no other cards of him. Jeremy Lane, a obviously pretty well-known guy for his Super Bowl, for his actions in the Super Bowl. I think he had an interception or hurt his leg. He like had an interception and hurt his leg, or like a deflection and hurt his leg or something. I forget what he did. But out of 15, he's a local guy for us. Josh Tomlin again, got this one that's out of 150. So you see, or 199. The other blues are usually 150. Nash Walters out of 23. And so you see, I'm kind of trying to rush this video. I really don't want it to be over 20 minutes. This is my first card, actually, I ever posted on my Instagram back in the day. I think I just have it in my PC pile, but that's funny. Tricks and Profar, still have it. I'm not selling this card. But as you can kind of see what I'm going for, the Ryan Suckup PC is still a thing. It was a meme back in the day, but it's very much an actual thing. I just recently got the printing plate since I've come back. Found it on eBay. This is the no name parallel. And then this one is the name on it. Signed, gold, purple, or pink, orange out of 96, gold out of 59, and score with 2 different types of autos. So, and I have a game used breast cancer awareness wristband of his. So as you see, I'm kind of like diverting what I used to collect, and everyone knows me as being the guy that doesn't really collect the usual stuff. When I go into the hobby, I don't like sitting like and being, you know, kind of all the usual people that are going hungry for like Luka Doncic, you know, Zion Williamson, which that's the hot, like, you know, that's the investment side of it, and there are a lot of people like that, but I always like to create stories. I always like to have kind of purpose behind the cards. Like, people aren't really looking for these 2 cards, those basketball cards, but I'm going to hold on to those. I think that they're really cool, and, you know, just kind of have a little bit of a collection that's nice and has eye appeal and has kind of a story to tell, but also be able to stand out from the crowd and not be like, here's a Luka Doncic Prism auto that 18 other videos are showing you, you know, or 18 other collections on Instagram are showing you. I try to do something different, spice it up, kind of see collecting from a different perspective. I'm going to show you these real quick. My girlfriend, as you could tell, and I'm in a different living environment. You may tell this isn't my usual place that I am making videos or making posts. I've moved, so in with my girlfriend pretty much, and she's a big Texas State person, so this guy came out of Texas State this year. I've been grabbing her some cards. just for her, just so that she can have a small little collection. I always thought it was cool to just kind of focus on smaller players because you can get stuff like this, and you know, these are nice looking cards, and some of their better cards. This is out of 18 as well. I've already shown one of those. And, you know, didn't even invest a lot into this, but it's going to look nice when you put it up, like in a display somewhere down the road. So I'm going to hold on to those. Those are cool. Picked these up really cheap. I've been like eBay sniping lately just to kind of build up the collection because I sold off a lot of stuff. So I got those for like, I think $5 total. And then Beltray 95. I like the Rangers, so I like to just pick up little Ranger things. And I gotta show you guys some of this stuff that I got. I know we're 15 minutes into the video. I apologize. I told you guys this wouldn't be a long one, but I gotta do it. The number one guy that I'm really looking at from East Texas is this guy. Really like this guy a lot. I work for the news and we do stories about this kid. He's kind of an up-and-coming guy. Grayson Rodriguez in the Orioles system. He had a pretty good year. I think he was in the All-Star game when this last year. What is that? Jeez, that is a... I don't know if you could see that line on this card. You probably can. That is not supposed to be like that. I don't know how that happened. It may be on the top loader. Is it on the top loader? It is on the top loader. Okay. I was about to trip. I was actually about to trip. Okay. It is on the top loader. I was like, I don't remember that being there. Because, I mean, if you know, someone breaks out and goes crazy, then every card counts. But, yeah, I just picked up a lot of his stuff. This is actually him in his Central Heights, I think it is. I think that's where he's from, Central Heights. But he's from pretty close to here. Just had to pick up a lot of his stuff. This was like a lot of things that I bought. Nothing big, just a ton of base on this. But I went out of my way and grabbed a few other things. I participated in the break and did pretty well in Sapphire. I love Sapphire. I love cracked ice. You could probably tell just by some of the cards you've seen. I like to pick up cracked ice. That wasn't the only card I got. I have some base from an old thing. This was an individual purchase. Paid like $1.75 shipped for this card. I was amazed that I got away with that. This one's out of 150. I was amazed that I got away with $1.50 on this. And this is 2019. So I was extremely happy with this purchase. Because sometimes, you know, it's late at night and I'm just like, I'm just going to throw some low ball at people. Like he had it for like $4. I bid like 175 in hopes that he would counter 225 and he just straight up accepted. I got these as well in the Sapphire break. I've only done one Sapphire break, so, and then I got this one. This one just came in. It scared me. It took like 12 days to get here, but I was extremely happy when I saw this in my mailbox today. Very nice. Bowman's Best. This is 2018, I believe. So this is his first Bowman year stuff, so I was happy with that. And then I got this and that Sapphire break, which I was extremely happy about. This is one that pretty much paid for my spot. This one's out of 99. And while it is a second year, you know, it's not a first chrome or anything. I just think that Sapphire, being that they were limited cases, is going to hold a lot of value down the road, you know, especially if a player pops off. If he is the next, you know, Clayton Kershaw, something like that. Whoops. This card could be, you know, high value. And if not, he's in my PC. So that's kind of why I'm going for stuff of him, because he's going to be PC regardless. It's going to be a Niall Davis situation. If he pops off, I'll sell some stuff. And if he doesn't, then I'm not going to sweat it. Got this Ohlendorf in. It's nothing big. But I got this one out of 125. I've been getting distracted, getting back into the hobby on picking up more than just like essential stuff that I should get for my PC. I've been splurging on some bigger stuff, you know, or not like bigger stuff, but like I got those, and that was like $20 that I could have gotten a Grayson Rodriguez auto instead of that. But I'm kind of distracting myself, but I'm trying to build up a bulk. I picked this up as well. This is gonna be the last thing I show in the video, because I don't want this to get over 20, and we're at about 20. So this was a really nice pickup. Ross Ohlendorf Shimmer Refractor out of 25. You know, older guys that have followed me for a long time know that I really love picking up stuff for my Ohlendorf rainbows. I actually know him personally, so really cool to just add to this collection. But anyways, that's it. I'm not going to ramble on anymore. It's good to be back. Hopefully I can make a few more videos for you guys. And hopefully this setup works for doing videos. I really like being able to, obviously you guys are only seeing my hands, but it's cool to be able to just kind of get out there, you know, do it again, do the collecting. And I'm excited for showing you guys all the future stuff. I got boxes on boxes. I've got a whole box right here I want to show you guys. Of, you know, just straight, like, I don't even know, it's just numbered stuff. Like, it's nothing insane. I don't think that's numbered, actually. But it's just, like, a bunch of numbered stuff that I bought that, you know, some people may like. And just so you guys can see kind of what I'm getting into. And we'll make some cool videos. It won't be a lot of pack busting or anything like some of these channels are doing, but I think we could have some fun with it.